For many of your water testing sites, it will be hard to go down to the water and scoop out a sample by hand. So we have a bucket with a rope that you can use to throw over an overpass or into a lake in order to collect a sample. To perform all of the tests, you need about half a bottle of water. Today we're going to demonstrate a few of the different tests that you'll be doing out in the field. The first one is chloride. This measures the amount of salt present in the water. You have a bottle of test strips. You will take a test strip and put it in a jar filled about a centimeter full of water. This is the first test you should do once you get out in the field because it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to be completed. Next, you can start on your other dipsticks. For pH, this one has a dipstick with a pad on the end that will change color once you dip it into your water. You can dip it directly into your sample, pull it out, and wait about 15 seconds for the pad to change color. After 15 seconds, you can compare the color of the pad to the chart that is on the bottle. The closest color match is the value that you will enter into your data sheet or your Snapshot app. These instructions are also on the bottle in case you need extra reminders. We also have tests for dissolved oxygen and phosphorus that do not have test strips. Rather, they have glass vials that you will use inside your water sample. You will fill the 250 milliliter bottle with water. Then you will take out a glass ampule. You will put the tip of that glass ampule into the bottle. There are divots which you can put the tip in and pull towards you in order to break the tip of the vial off. The water will go into the vial and activate with the activate solution to create a shade of blue. You will mix it for about 2 minutes and then compare the shade of blue to the color comparator that is provided in your kit. Make your best guess. And that is the value you will enter onto your data sheet or into the app. You will put your strips and use ampules in your waste container that's provided in your kit. Once the chloride is done, you will notice that there's a black strip on the top that will be completely covered. Then there will be a white arrow. You want to see where the tip of that white arrow hits the strip. Then you need to take the value that you see on the strip and convert it to milligrams per liter by looking at the bottle. So the milligrams per liter is the value that you will enter. In some situations, you might be able to drop your bucket right off the side of the drain or a bridge. However, if you can't get a successful amount of water by going that way, you might have to go down to the stream bank and get a little closer. Once again, try to get a half bucket of water for all of your samples. When determining how clear a waterway is, you will use a transparency tube. There is a symbol with a black and white circle on the bottom of the tube that will be important when performing this test. You will pour water from your sample all the way to the top of the tube. From here, you should have another member of your team let out water slowly through the tube at the bottom of the large tube. You will gradually let the water out until you can clearly see that black and white circular symbol on the bottom. Once you've let enough water out, look at the measurement on the side of the tube and see where the water sits at the nearest centimeter. Here is an example of getting a sample from a bridge. Always be aware of traffic when you're taking your samples. Now we will show the nitrate-nitrite test. This indicates the level of nitrogen present in the watershed. Just like pH, you will dip the stick into the water, then you will let it sit for about 30 seconds. This strip has two pads, one for nitrate and one for nitrite. You will compare each of the pads on the side of the bottle and write the value that you see that is closest to the shade that you see. In this particular example, nitrogen levels are low, so you will not see much change in color.